Don't you just love it when you stumble across a way to make $100 an hour that doesn't involve potential jail time? It was a little over a year ago that I convinced my wife to buy a Harvest Right freeze dryer. And it took some convincing. She really thought I was just after the new shiny object. But after twisting her arm a little and showing her all the great things it could do, I finally convinced her. And now that the honeymoon is over, she loves it. Especially now that I found a way to pay for it by using it. Now, from backpacking meals that we can take up camping, or just having extra milk or smoothies around for when we run out, we've been running this thing pretty much non-stop. But last year, as I was surfing the YouTubes, I came across a video of some people freeze-drying candy, and I thought, hell, I like candy. I gotta give this a try. Of course, we started out with what everybody does, Skittles, and they turned out to be absolutely amazing. Now that led us into doing some hard candies and things like coffee caramel M&ms, and I gotta tell you, they're amazing. Or like milk duds that completely blew up the freeze dryer. Not only was it fun, it only took like 2 hours a batch. Of course, I wanted to show this off, took a bunch into my real estate office, handed it around, and people thought it was pretty amazing. These delectable little treats that they've loved since childhood, suddenly crunchy and completely different. Now that's when it happened. One of the agents at our office that really liked them asked if I could do a bunch for her clients. And I thought, you know, I could put together some little holiday boxes with these. I had a blast making them. We settled on like $8 a piece for them, without me even running any costs. So I ran to the dollar store and I bought them out of all the little boxes and tins and anything that was Christmassy that I could find. Stopped by Sam's Club, bought some bulk candy. I already had some food grade plastic bags, so I was all set. Came back for the weekend and just started doing batch of candy after batch of candy. 2 hours a piece, and by the end of the weekend, I had the whole order done. And I gotta tell you, it turned out to be way more profitable than I thought. I hope she's not watching this video. Some of that's because when this candy freeze dries, it puffs up a lot bigger than it was. So you get a ton of volume out of a smaller amount of candy. So between the candy, the bags, the dollar store items, electricity, I spent about $375. And of course it came out to $800 that I got paid for doing these. That means my time over that weekend was worth about $100 an hour. Because after all, it's just cooking away in the freeze dryer for 2 hours while I'm out drinking beer having a good time. Then I just come swap out the trays and start it all over again. Open up another beer. I gained like 40 pounds that week, but it was totally worth it. Which means I made $425 in profit just by swapping out the trays between beers through a weekend and doing a little bit of shopping. It's way more profitable than I thought. Now those gifts went over really well for her clients, and she wants to do bananas for them next, and bananas freeze dry awesome too. So I'm already looking forward to that. Plus, other people at the office have approached me with the same kind of idea. I think that we have a really sweet business plan in the works here. So if you've been scared away by the price of freeze dryers, think again. You might be able to pay for your freeze dryer by using your freeze dryer. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. Mash that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you have, you've done your job, you can kick back and just eat some freeze-dried Skittles. Thanks a bunch, and as always, go freeze dry something.